Hey there all, Bob here. Another project for the day. I'm working on changing out tires from the Anakee Adventure. Getting ready for more of a dirt-oriented trip. Going to change out to the Anakee Wild, which is much more aggressive, more like a TKC 80. Frankly, maybe even more aggressive than that. It's more knobbly than I even thought it was. So anyway, I've got a Rabaconda here for doing the tire change, and we'll see if I can manage to do that on these 17-inch tires, which the inner diameter being smaller than 21 can make that more challenging. And they're the Anakees are known for having a really stiff sidewall, which means that they're going to grip that bead really well and causes some grief in trying to spoon these things on. So hopefully the Rabaconda makes it doable, and well, otherwise it's off to the shop at some point during the COVID-19 virus pandemic. So anyway, here we go. I'll set this down here, and we'll see how I do. I didn't think I was going to take the core out, but I'm wondering if a few pounds of pressure that's in there might cause me some trouble. It's tubeless, so I don't know, I kind of figured that I wouldn't need to do this, but maybe that's got nothing to do with it. Yeah, so it still had more pressure in there than I had given it credit for. Let's see if that helps out. Yes, it did. Alright, and I was able to get that iron in there nicely even. The idea here is to get several of these guys in there and then be able to break the bead and then flip it over. All right. Oh my. I know not what I do. There we go. I broke the bead. Woohoo! Okay. Okay. Not sure how. Okay. Well, thinking, as I start dinging up my rims, is that I can get this guy to sit down in the divot on the other side, that it makes undoing it over here easier. Right, like that. So, in theory, if I am pressed up against it here, ouch, then this becomes easier over here. That's the philosophy. make the 3 minutes on the 3-minute tire changer. Alright. Okay. Alright, so they say with a quarter of it out that you're all set. Quarter out, you're all set to flip it over. To flip it over and push from the other side, basically. Unfortunate for me, I don't have a spindle that's the right size. So I'm having to use the axle because it was less of a diameter mismatch. Yeah, not going to make the 3 minutes. Definitely not. Okay. But I may get done, but it won't be 3 minutes. This is what it's supposed to be. And you're basically shoving it off the other side. Alright. Well, alright, maybe not. Maybe not entirely. Alright, just pull there from the bottom. Okay. Don't panic. I'm going to try not to destroy my pressure monitoring system. It's got pressure monitors here at the nozzle. So hopefully I can get this side off first. And I think I'm supposed to just shove again with this guy to get this the rest of the way off. So with this guy up high center, should have some room down there, right? That's the theory. Okay, it's starting to move. Come back to there. Alright, that came off over the edge. And it might not even come back. Oh man. Yeah, maybe. Alright, let's try and go this way. If I can get out just a little more, I'm suddenly going to be easy. Holy cow. Okay. Well, despite all the leverage that it gives you, it's still a job. I should be close to, I'm almost halfway, so at that point it should pop off. There we go. So I think I'm clear. Right. Now, if I can just just not screw up my pressure monitor. Then, all right, nice. Okay, that's not, what was it, 12 minutes, 13 minutes. 13 minutes to tire off. Okay. Okay, so with the tire off, I'm ready to start the mounting process, and I'm going to be using this Bead Buster mount lubricant paste. So I'm just dipping a finger in, and basically I'm lubing up the bead on the receiving end, and then also the final end, the top. But the receiving end is going to, you know, both sides of this are going to need to get that tire in the bead. Alright, well, it's certainly a lot slicker than it was. There's the temperature monitor. That's where the valve stem is. And so I want to make sure that I put the tire on here first, get it over this section, and then begin it to go back that direction. The other thing, make sure is that the direction of travel is correct. So my chain side is this side, which is over there. So my travel's this way. Usually a rim will have an arrow over here as well. So the arrow here, oh, maybe you can tell from the, maybe you can't, the lighting's terrible. There's a little arrow here that says that away. And then on the tire, there's also a similar directional thing on one side or the other. It'll tell you which direction the tire is supposed to go. So I want to make sure that I get that right, because that has to be right. There we go. So just a little shoving and not so gentle persuasion did that. Now, if I can get it over the temperature or the pressure monitor. You think the machine's going to make it easy? You're dead wrong. I think it just makes it possible. Can't imagine doing this in the field without a stand like this. Oh, wow. Yes. Oh my. Okay. That was better than I thought it would be. However, I don't know how I'm going to get this thing on the bead. I mean, if it's not already holding air, I don't know what the hell you do. So I guess I pump up the compressor and find out. Okay, a few moments of truth here. So, tire's on, and now I got to put air in it. So, got a pancake compressor. I'll put out 120 psi. And I can probably dial it to 150 if I need to, but the real question will be what happens initially here with this gap that's in here. Look at this, these gaps that are here, right? It's not really on the bead, it's sort of kind of on the bead. And if the air escapes too quickly out of there on either side or both, then it's not going to fill, and therefore it's not going to seal better, and therefore it's not going to do the final pump to get it on the bead. So this first try is going to be important, and then if it doesn't work, then I got to finagle with the tire and I don't know, hopefully find the big place where it's leaking, basically. So there is a technique where you take a strap, put it around the tire this way, like hugging it this way, and it's a ratchet strap. You ratchet it down, and that causes the sides to pucker out a bit, which is what you want to get them on the bead. So I put a ratchet strap around the center here, you can see. I've never done this before. I've only seen these things sold online for trail use, and as well as home use like this, to help seat the bead on a tubeless. So that's me. So we'll give it a try. It's pretty much right around the center belt area, and getting it in there and not having gravity take over is the difficult part. But let's see what happens when we start pulling this baby in. Can't see any difference here, but if this seals it, right, if this actually causes it to tense up on the edge of the bead, then it may seal it against there so that I can actually get air in it, build pressure, and then finish the job. Come on, baby. Okay, as you might imagine, or could tell, I'm excited about that. Very excited. So both sides popped. The strap actually worked. So put that one in your book. I wasn't building pressure until that happened. So great news, great experiment, hopefully great YouTube training for others as to what challenges I faced. That's awesome. I am super, super thrilled that that worked. I was starting to lose a little hope. So anyway, at this point, I'll put this on the tire balancing stand, and I'll take off the lead weights that are on there, and I'll balance it, and then I'll be ready to mount it as soon as I finish up the brake job, which will show up as sort of a different video to not be confused in the middle of all this. But that's it for now.